Hi guys, welcome to another episode of
Tailored
Tailor for
for
Business.
business.
My name is Jordan. I'm currently studying finance and economics and I'm a first year student.
My name is Ashley, and I'm studying bachelor's in accounting fintech, and I'm in my final semester. And together we have here is two individuals from my fintech associations, and maybe you guys could introduce a bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Wan Chin, the co-founders and presidents from Malaysian Youth Fintech Association, and I'm also currently an education entrepreneurs from Finlast Applies Fintech Learning.
And I'm Mabelline Gao. I'm a student in Monash University in my year 1 semester 2, and I'm currently studying accounting and finance and banking.
Okay, so before we get started and ask a lot of the questions, right? Just get to know a little bit about both of you. Wan Chin, what is MyFinTech and actually what do you guys do?
Okay, so Malaysian Youth Fintech Association is actually a non-profit organization dedicated to um, targeting the 18 years old college students, 30 years old young professionals. And we want to bridge the gaps between the youth community and also the fintech industry through offering a growth opportunity such as accessing the industry event like Singapore Fintech Festival or FinWeek KL, and then also continuing professional education and speaking engagement. And we also aim to expand the fintech literacy. Okay, we actually have a bigger visions to we want to expand fintech literacy across every corners of Malaysia, not just in city in KL, but also other corners like Sabah Sarawak, okay, or Kedah. Those I would say those university may not be currently may not offering a fintech courses yet, okay, and we want to how we do it, we also have our initiatives to establishing affiliated fintech society, uh, FY leaders, fintech young leaders society. Okay, we hope we can work with the universities to expand fintech literacy in Malaysia.
I see. So would you say that fintech in Malaysia is very KL centric? So it's all
Uh,
centered around KL.
yes. First thing is I would say most of the like businesses or maybe we say financial services, the HQ are mainly in KL. Okay.
I see.
And also a university. Okay. I believe that KL is more richer in education resources. We have private university in other areas like East Malaysia or maybe like Pahang. Usually are just public university.
I see. Okay.
I would like to know what actually inspired you to even found my fintech, because I understand that you want to bridge the gap between like youths and fintech, right? But what made you want to start this?
Okay, so actually, right, even though I'm one of the co-founder and I actually joined about 10 months after this association founded. It's actually originally founded by fresh grade from UK University. So they are Malaysian. They study abroad in UK and then study masters in fintech. So they find out that fintech courses are not yet popular in Malaysia. Okay, and also not many people actually can really study overseas, right? So driven by a patience to empower Malaysians with fintech literacy, they founded the MYFinT in early 2021. So they actually showcased that a role model, demonstrating how a graduate from a top UK university can contribute best to the society by sharing knowledge and building opportunity in the emerging sphere.
I see.
How would you say that my fintech is going right now, ever since it started founding, and right now, what's the progress like?
The progress, right? I would say originally in 2021, it's just a very London focus because originally fresh grade from a London university and they found it so it's more like connecting the Malaysian Student Committee in London, but then it is not so really effective, and it also would be more meaningful to focus in KL or Malaysia area. So the process, I would say, very tough. Okay, first, no publicity, very less follower,
Yeah.
right? When there's less follower, not many speaker is willing to spend the time with us, like organize webinar. Okay, and then also when we have no followers, also have no credibility, reputation, people couldn't trust that why I need to work with you since you don't have any kind of success record. And then also university also feel like not sure about what can we collaborate. So it's really at the first stage really needs to building out some of the good progress, okay, to actually can further persuade the next people to collaborate with us. And must thank yous to the early stage, those collaborators, because when they see us very little follower, very little success, they are the ones who willing to offering hands to us to really pull out, to push our publicity. And until today, we are quite success in the ways that us we are the media's partners to quite a number of industry events like Singapore FinTech Festival, the Bangkok Thailand FinTech event, or the local FinTech conferences. And the second one is work with university in collaboration with the Industry FinTech Association, FAOM, FinTech Association of Malaysia. So we work out with university to establish affiliated FinTech society. Okay, FinTech's Young Leaders Brand. And we hope we can expand this initiative to nationwide, to every corners of Malaysia. Okay. And also a third thing is, I would say currently the speakers are really more willing to contribute knowledge sharing, the webinar with us. Yes, I think until today it's quite successful.
I see. Just now you said that MyFinTech is lacking a little bit on publicity, right? Okay, so how can Malaysian universities decrease that gap of publicity and maybe increase the publicity of MyFinTech to Malaysian students?
Actually, first we need to really see whether the lecturer from a university willing to help us or not, really want to join our line or not. Because I also visited quite many universities. Sometimes I need to stand outside of the meeting room waiting a lecturer. So I would say lecturer attitude, the lecturer supportive. Okay, because some maybe lecturer may not be really interested in our initiative. So we need to really find it's kind of like by luck, the right people at the right moment, and we find a good teachers that really wants to help us out. I think so far I can see like APU, we have lecturer, very supportive lecturer. Monash also have supportive lecturer.
Yeah.
Utah also have. That's why we have 3 affiliated Spinhead Society there.
I see. Okay. Well, Mabelline, how would you explain fintech to say an auntie across the road?
An auntie.
She's asking you, "Oh, Aga, where's fintech? Ah? Why got finance and technology together one?" How would you try to answer her in a way that she understands?
I think to answer that, I'll first put it in perspective. So like I'll tell her, oh, in the past you had to go to the bank physically, and then you had to like give a payment physically, do everything physically,
Yeah.
maybe even transfer money physically or put money inside your savings account physically. But now with fintech, everything is done digitally. So to put it in short, I think fintech is like financial technology, right? So basically, you're doing everything remotely and at your convenience. So everything is easier, faster, and more accessible. So, auntie, instead of going to the bank, you can just do it on your phone. You can just click a button and then you can already put money in, or you can transfer it to maybe your son in UK. So that's how I put it in perspective by making it more relatable to her instead of just giving a definition.
Auntie understands. But do you think that convenience nowadays comes at a cost of security or cyber security in the fintech sense?
I mean, definitely. I think that's why we have jobs now, such as cybersecurity, people who specialize in that. So I think it's very evident that while this does comes with its benefits, there are many security issues that people are trying to fix now. And there's obviously a very strong demand for cybersecurity people to fix this issue. So I think that even though there is a problem, we are trying our best to mitigate it already.
I see. Okay. Do you think that with fintech, right, and with the addition of Right Bank, the first AI bank that's created in Malaysia, do you think that it's changing the way financial services are packaged in Malaysia? Seeing as how maybe in Touch and Go you have Touch and Go loan, right? And then it's so easy for you to get a loan. How do you think this changes the whole financial landscape of Malaysian financial banking?
Mm.
As compared to, you go to a traditional bank and you get a loan, you need to get it approved. It's a whole long process.
Yeah.
But this is so much quicker.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's definitely become more accessible, and like for even people in remote areas or in kampongs where there isn't a physical bank, or you have to travel really far to access a bank. And sometimes smaller banks might not have all the services. Maybe you have to even go to a bigger bank. But with online one, like just now you mentioned, I think people can do it very more conveniently and at their comfort of their own homes without
see.
having to travel. And I think this definitely applies to people who find it difficult to travel, whether it's true they're living alone or people who are elderly, where they can't drive anymore, or they need to basically ask other people for help to be able to travel. This definitely helps the minority that are often overlooked to make it more accessible.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. But I'd like to know about what are the opportunities out there for fresh graduates? Like for example, for me, I am a fintech major. What do you think are the opportunities that I have instead of like, going to work for Touch and Go, because these are like the well-known big fintech firms like Touch and Go, PayNet. Instead of those, what are other skills that you think I might need, or other places where I can show my fintech skills?
I think one of it would definitely be to join organizations like what I'm doing right now. I think organizations like MYFinTech is a place where you can shine with your major. And I think sometimes compensation doesn't have to come in money, it can also become in making an impact, which is what we're doing now by expanding our financial literacy. That's something fresh grads can explore. But of course, if you're looking at getting, of course, your money's worth because you have studied for so long, I think an option is to maybe do part-time tutor, like how Wan Chin is offering, maybe for Python. I think you guys learn a bit of Python.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you guys can teach that. It's quite a lucrative field. I think they're offering 50 ringgit per hour right now. So that's something fresh grads can explore. So you don't always have to aim for those big banks. There are definitely plenty of opportunities out there as long as you join the right associations, you have the right connections, and you are willing to put yourself out there to try something that is maybe not so formally they would call a job, but it's actually in a way you are still earning money and you're still making a living. And sometimes you earn more than those that you work at My Touch and Go.
Yeah,
For
full-time
sure.
jobs,
I see.
Yeah. So another thing is that you're doing something you actually love in Touch and Go. It might not be like that because it's a big organization rather than a smaller organization where you get to interact with both the owners on top and also the people straight away. You might even learn more.
Yeah.
So would you say that students with no computer science background or no fintech knowledge, do you think that they can join the industry?
Yes, I think definitely. I think everything you can learn as long as you have the right attitude. And this is something I think all of us learn when we go into uni. Everything we learn from SPM might not always be applicable in what we're learning now. I'm sure like everyone who started fintech didn't really have computer science knowledge back in SPM.
Mm.
So just like how we started in university, when we go into our workforce, we can also learn. So I think the thing is that you can always learn even if you don't have a background in it, as long as you have the right attitude.
I see. Okay. Well, watching on a more personal note, right? I understand that you were an actuarial science student. So, what kind of inspired you to, you know, go into the world of fintech instead of other industries which might require actuarial studies?
Okay. I think Okay, I think my turning point is happening in around 2020 or 2021, where it's a COVID-19 lockdown. Okay, so I was a final year student and also having an internship. I would say that that time really changed my mindset. Okay, originally, my mindset is to find the stable jobs, the revenue. Okay, and then my life is just like simple and easy. Okay, but once the COVID-19, right? So actually, it makes me to reflect: is this the life that I want? Okay, and I also quite like struggling my studies in the final year. Okay, I also noticed that um, even though I'm quite a top scorer in my actual science, that batch, but I noticed that I'm more toward the hardworking, like spending 10 hours per day to grasp the actual science concept. But I have some of friends that are really talented. They just maybe study for 1 to 2 hours and then gaming the whole day. Then next day go to exam, still can achieve a very high score. So that is the pro one, the talented one. So I reflect that what is my natural talent? Okay, if let's say my natural talent is not in this path, what is the others path? Okay, and I also find out myself that I'm not really interested in actual reporting or maybe doing a sub jobs during my internship. So, and I have thinking, so I'm thinking that in the first year, actually I'm doing a programming course. So I score quite very high marks, like scoring 97, 99, quite a perfect score. Yes. And then I also have some of the assignments, statistics assignment, doing R programming, also top, also very high score. So I'm decided going to a role that programming. So blending with my the actual science, maybe I think I should go to fintech, finance and technology. So I went to after my grad, I went to a banking software company. Okay, for my 4 months internships. Okay, and exploring there. Okay, and after finish my internship there, then I comes to Allianz. Okay, my previous employers. So because I'm from insurance background, so I think it's more suit. Okay, so going doing to serve as pricing system developer, using my coding skill, okay, the logic skill, and then going into the Allianz Insurance Company and then do the coding. Yeah.
I see.
That's my journey.
I see. I see.
It's not really a very rational plan at the first day. It's somehow really exploring, okay, as the time goes. And I'm willing to restart. Yes.
In that case, what advice would you give? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like they are studying one thing, but they actually want to do something else. But there's always the fear, because like what if like it doesn't go well? What if like I don't actually make money? Everyone tends to have that fear. So what advice would you give?
What the advice to give? Okay, so actually, I think the current generation students are very blessed. Okay, you are provided with a lot of the good resources. You easily get help from lecturer, the support from parents, and somehow you also really can find a good opportunity in this internet era. But the thing is, information overloaded. You feel that everywhere got better opportunity, so you have to fear. Okay, so to resolve this, I would say maybe you should think of like just choose one path and then don't think the other path already. Okay, once you choose this path and then just stick to it. Once you stick to it, okay, then you see whether you are really good progressing or not. And most important thing is whether you're happy or not. Okay, if let's say you're not happy, you feel like this is not really satisfactory to your well-being or what, then you just need to have the courage to restart again, choose another path. Okay, instead of thinking of multiple paths, like you are imagining multiple possibility. I think I would suggest you to go to one path first and see whether there's an outcome, then go to another path. You will only know the result once you really go into it.
I see.
You never try, you never know.
Never try, never know. Then,
Yes.
at the moment, do you think that fintech is your path?
After spending my 6 years until today, I think yes.
Mm,
And I have inner calling. Sometimes people need the sense of mission to really go far. You need to have deep meaning. Sometimes people cannot go very deep because lack of sense of mission. For example, I came from towns. Okay, so I actually see that in the KL, the kids here really get a very good resources. They have a computer science tuition center, learn the programming classes at the very early age high school. But in my town, I don't see any.
mm,
So that is also inspire me want to create this fintech learnings business, and it's very online basis so that there's no need of physical outreach or what. So that's why I goes to this fintech, finlast learning business, and hopefully that okay my initiative can really go wider to every corners of the Malaysia.
I see.
Yes,
So, at the moment, at what percentage would you say that Finlast is at right now?
percentage.
Meaning your progress in working towards
Okay,
Finlast.
so I just started this business in end of April somewhere. Okay, and then I launched this social media in May. But even though the thing is just newly start, I can see that many instructor willing to work with me. So they really send me the curriculum plan and say we are okay to provide the 4 weeks program. Okay, because we have the same vision that we want to really empowering the younger generation. So what they provide is, okay, for example, they are from blockchains, for example, they have 20 years. So they contribute the blockchain's curriculum plan, like develop a smart contract and and then also Ethereum digital asset within the 4 weeks. Okay, and then and in upcoming July, I would say there will be the 4 group workshops. Okay, 4 group workshops at the regional price. Tutoring rate is just like 1 hour is just like 70 ringgit, so it's very like a high school rate. Okay, but the times 4 it will be a program fee. Okay, there will be 4 advanced workshop in July, and then I think there will be also the beginner fundamental class, like 1-to-1, teaching the Python from a very basic looping condition. Yes, so do follow my page at
Hopefully
pinlast.learning
here. Hopefully here.
Instagram.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Then can you walk me through um how does a class in Finlast look like? How would it look like? How is walk me through maybe what do you guys teach on a daily basis, on class by class basis?
It's a workshop by workshop basis. So first, our program fee is non-refundable. So once you sign up, you confirm that you can come this 4 session, and session runs on a fixed dates and time. Okay, and then every week, okay, every week running a minimum, I think is 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. So a month is a total of 4 hours. And then I believe the instructor will provide you the assessment. Okay, I do hope that the student coming in don't just listening, but really take the time to do the assessment provided and do ask questions. Makes your money valuable a bit. Okay, ask question. They are the person from industry, not an academic lecturer. Okay, do make the connection. Yes.
I see.
And all are online basis. Some some conducted on the Zoom or Google Meet. Okay.
I see. Okay. Well, you said that you really like fintech, right? And being the president of MyFinTech, where do you think you will see MyFinTech in the next 5 years?
My
Same
fintech
goes
in
with
same 5
FinMas.
years. Hard to say. For my fintech association, actually I have been in Malaysian Youth Fintech Association for like 5 years plus. So I have settled the publicity. I settled a good relationship in the industry event. I settled a reputation. I already do much thing already. So in future soon, I might stepping down, hand over to a successor, next people, and it will be more in university student focus. Originally, we set the youth committee is 18 to 35 years old. But somehow we noticed that 30 years old plus people, they have different commitment. Okay, not really able to spend time with us. So we cut down our expectation to 18 to 30 years old. It's more like university student. And I don't really put a very high expectation like me to them because I understand I actually would say students here need to focus their academic more than my thing. Like, okay, so I already set a good foundation, strong foundation to cushion already. So I just let them do whatever they want.
Evelyn, do you feel pressured?
No, I don't feel pressured. Like she said earlier, I think that the expectation they give on us is very handleable, very manageable, and very considerate.
So Maybelline, maybe you can share more about what do you do as what is your position in MyFinTech?
External secretary.
Oh, okay, maybe you can share more about what do you do and what benefits do you think the students can get and whoever is interested in applying for a position in MyFinTech?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So the role of an external secretary is basically to liaise with external parties. So usually this is conducted through Gmails or maybe LinkedIn or maybe WhatsApp. And the workload is very, very manageable. But for when it comes to the benefits are definitely outweighs the work that you do. So first of all, the connections you make there in the industry, the job opportunities that come with it, and also the opportunities to attend like webinars, maybe like free of charge or at discounted rates, or even to actually talk with people who are already in the field where they invite as guest speakers. Those are benefits that you really can't get from other clubs instead of MyFinTech.
I see.
I want to ping. We every year run 2 times our recruitment cycle. One in April, another one in November. So do follow our social media page at MyFin. Thank you.
LinkedIn, Instagram, where else can they find you guys?
Facebook. LinkedIn, Instagram is the main channel.
Main channel.
Actually, I look forward to the possibility of establishing affiliated fintech society at Taylor University. I see this is a good opportunity to collaboration. Yes.
Before that, I have one question.
Mm.
It's for Maybelline. What do you think about buy now, pay later?
Buy now, pay later. I personally have actually never used it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Wan Chin would like to answer this.
So basically, to me, it's just like the short loan at a very minimum. So difference to the normal credit cards, you will need to submit your salary slip. Like they know how much your minimum salary earn to apply for this credit card, and each credit cards have different tiers. But to buy now pay later is usually embedded in a payments app, and I don't think there's any requirement as long as you're willing to like I pay for the product, and then you're willing to buy now and then pay in the next month, okay, then should be fine already. And I see this and maybe a different kind like Gen Z generation mindset. So I'm quite discouraged this buy now, pay later. Because okay, if let's say you are lack of discipline in managing your money, once you have the impulse of buying a thing, you will keep buying or buy now, pay later. You buy a lot of things and then you pay later. Okay. And then if let's say you forgot to pay back, then it might be hidden fee or interest, but I didn't use, I'm not sure. Okay. And then you may accumulate it yourself and then affect your credits
So
scoring.
would you recommend BNPL to someone who likes online shopping?
Okay. I would say if let's say you have a high discipline and you are very strong memory, you can pay back, you can use buy now, pay later. But if let's say you are really less disciplined, not recommended. Because different to credit cards, okay, the banks is doing a good thing is they see whether they check your eligibility for you, whether you are can uh, can buy now pay later or not credit card. But those the buy now pay later on the payments app may not, they are more, how to say, flexible, not recommended.
I see.
To the children or kids, they might not have the financial concept yet. They just buy. Yeah.
So
it's
do you
not
think
good.
this encourages impulsive spending? Because let's say today I want to buy a speaker, it's $300. But with BNPL, I pay only maybe $50 a month.
Mm.
Do you think this changes the whole way of spending for young people? And do you think that it might sort of be at a disadvantage for them in the future
Mm.
in terms of financial literacy?
I think this way actually will encourage them to buy in installment instead of the full price, and might actually lack of the concept of like you feel like, oh, I'm paying a small amount every month, and then once you realize that you're paying a small amount, you feel like you didn't overwhelm yourself. You maybe keep buying another things. Okay, different to buying a full price products or services, right? You realize that, oh, this one I buy this, then I cannot buy another thing already. So you have this kind of awareness. My mindset is spend with your saving. You earn first, then you buy. That's the safest one.
I see.
Okay. Actually, I see different things in Japan.
Okay.
So, so Malaysia really quickly adopt payments like Touch and Go, and then we have Grab Pay, and you also realize that our senior citizen, we're also quite familiar using Touch and Go, and minimally, okay, the adoption rate of using the payments app is very high in Malaysia because old people can use. But in Japan, if let's say you travel there, you realize that most of the time you use cash. Yes. So I think I just went to Japan this March. I realized that, even though Japan is a very high technology advanced country, and they still keep a very conservative cash and coin. So why? Do you have any ideas?
Japanese are meant to be traditional, I guess. They like being
Yes,
traditional.
could be. Um, they could be conservative, but then the main thing is because they are the aging population, a high population of senior citizens. So they value what, instead of the fast track technology adoption, they values their people whether able to uh, consider alternative or not. Okay. In Malaysia, when we firstly use the Touch and Go, right? You still remember? I think they will pay 50 ringgit if you sign out the Touch and Go.
Yeah.
This is how my parents willing to sign out Touch and Go because
So
of
you can
50
get free
ringgit.
money.
The government initiative, I think Japan, they are still values the senior citizen their own way. They didn't push it very hard.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Maybelline, do you think that since you're already exposed to the fintech industry, right, do you think maybe after you graduate or in the next 5 to 10 years, you see yourself working in fintech?
I think that fintech is a very exciting and evolving space because it's constantly changing and it's a very fast industry. And actually, I recently just went to Touch and Go for a company tour.
Oh,
And yeah, and actually the things there are very interesting, like
under
the way
Monash
they present
business.
under Monash Business Club.
Okay.
Yeah. And to see their work attitude there, their energy, their passion, I think it's something I would definitely want to explore, even though I'm not a fintech major.
Mm.
I think it's something I would definitely want to try in the future, maybe when I graduate and I have time to tap my foot into different careers.
I see.
And
Okay.
what advice would you give? Would you think it's possible for students that are not in the finance, accounting, or technology or IT fields to dive into the fintech sector? Maybe someone from marketing, they are interested to explore fintech. Would you think like they are able to step into this world, or will they like have issues because they don't have like because they didn't study fintech or finance, or they don't have the required skills?
Actually, I don't see, because we are in a space of quite like high competitive. Even you are very qualified, you might not even get the suitable role. How about those not so qualified, right? So if let's say you talk about marketing, maybe it's just the marketing department of that fintech company, but not really go into the products area, because in this world, no, in this modern era, I would say employer, they have their standing. First, when they recruit the people, fresh grade or what, they need to see whether you're able to fast pick up or not. Definitely, they don't want to like spending a lot of time to really teach you from a very basic thing. They hope that you really you have a basic so that you can easily pick up. For example, you have learned finance before, so once you really understand how is the payment, then you easily quickly pick up. And also technical skill. Yeah, I would say those like you're hoping for going to the era going to industry without the formal or proper qualification in this new generation is very hard. It really depends on luck, given that there are so many applications. Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
I think that is just a struggle that most fresh grads are facing nowadays.
Yes, correct.
Because it's very competitive out there.
Yes.
Like even with, I mean, I saw some people complain the other day, even with a four flat, right, they still can't get a job.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Do you think it's very attitude based or academic based in Malaysia?
Okay, so first thing is difference to our parent generation. We are coming to the era that is about probability. Okay, because most of the time, like we sending application, okay, it's maybe evaluated by the AI first. Maybe they have their own HR portal. They evaluate their resume, and then they will first screening, AI screening, and then they just find the key wordings. This resume has many key wordings. Okay, this is the most qualified one. So it's really depends of the probability and luck. Okay, it's not like our parent generations where university students or SPM level are so limited at the old times. Okay, so they are able to meet their boss in person. Okay, they send in a resume, just a few, maybe 10 resume to the boss, and then they interview one. But now it's hundreds, 1,000. Yes. hard to say it's about attitude of candidate. If they haven't the chance to go into interview, how can you actually know the attitude of candidate?
Yeah, to build on that, I think that rather than focusing on getting a fall flat, and that's just proving how much you know about the field, it would be better for you to have hands-on knowledge, maybe like on internships or joining clubs or societies, or personally, I like to join hackathons. I think that's something where you actually gain to actually apply your knowledge and you won't forget it. Because even getting a fall flat, a lot of the knowledge you end up forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even when I went to Touch and Go, they did mention that sometimes they don't just look at your GPA, there's just a threshold. But beyond that, they do see what activities you participated in, how your attitude. One thing they really highlighted was like to be a sponge, to be really willing to absorb and learn and grow. So I think it's really a combination of everything rather than just focusing on your GPA. There's so many other things you can explore that really shows your genuine interest in the field. And I think that will help you differentiate from other people.
I see.
Actually, just now you have mentioned about what skills do students really need to enter this field. I think
Yeah.
just now she's sub, right? I think another thing is, other than the skills, you should also have the policy awareness. So usually the trend, is driven by the government effort. So for example, government initiative, to spend if let's say the consumer they sign out a touch and go, then they will pay a 50 ringgit. Then you can see a boom in payment industry. Okay. For the trend wise, another thing is you can every year go and understand what is the Malaysia's budget, what they want to do for next year. So for example, this year, I see there's a investment, the government investment in AI, quantum computing, blockchain. So you can foresee there's the boom in this AI, blockchain. I think government also take initiative to build the national AI office. Okay, another one is cyber security. Malaysia government also invest in cyber security um, to really like, because there are too many spam things, right? So they also increase heavily in cybersecurity area to hopefully really increase the protections to the fintech. E-invoicing, e-invoicing is a government initiative to improvise the tax revenue collections. And Islamic finance, our country, Malaysia, is one of the key leaders of the Islamic finance. So I think this year they launched what climate suku, what suku tokenization. You can check it out. And then if let's say you're interested in Islamic finance, you can go ahead. Yeah. And every year, government initiative is different. Check out the news. Yes.
So would you say that e-invoicing, right, with the introduction of e-invoicing, it kind of makes life harder for SMEs or corporations due to maybe it's a whole new system, right, that Malaysian companies need to learn.
I think the e-invoicing, a good thing is more making your the financial reporting is more transparent. Okay. And we believe that government initiatives, the purpose is to serve the public better. So once the revenue side, are able to like clear reporting or what, you can expect that the later on the tax revenue they collected can better spend in public infrastructure, uh, or the citizens, the benefits, Malaysian citizen benefits. It's not really like push harder. Maybe the business owner they will face a struggle like when implementing a system. The new rules, new regulations, it might be some base kind of difficult. But in the long term, it's actually channels back to the society for public schools.
I see. Okay. I think that's about it for today.
Okay.
Thank you so much to Wan Chin and Mabelline for coming. It's such a pleasure having both of you here in our
Okay.
podcast, and especially and our second episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for invitation.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you so
all
much.
the informative
Yeah.
insight, and
Thank
that's
you.
all for
Merci.
us. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.